Wow. They got Hispanic music out here. Really loud Hispanic music and trumpet loud Hispanic stuff. And you're like, and these people were complaining that I'm on the street putting my stupid little YouTube on the phone. And my YouTube on the phone was making noise. And they're like, you're ruining such a peaceful street. And you're like, huh. Is this just God hate? It's just God hate, isn't it? Because this is like the trailer park. It's really loud, trumpety, overloaded Hispanic music. I'm not complaining. I miss Mexico. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. But, when people abuse you and it's like, that's fucked up. But I get it. Hatred of God. Like, people just do what they do. But I have learned to be really grateful that my death was just coming out of my pee area. And I have learned to be grateful that my death wasn't really coming out of my blood that much. And I'm so grateful I did have older, I had some of those underwear diapers for when you're older. I use those when I'm bleeding because I have abnormal, overwhelming bleeding problems. Because it's not a period, it's a fake period, but it's brought on by the suffering of my death. This is kind of creepy. You might want to think or say my queen, and see if Jesus ever went through anything like this. Because I haven't asked Jesus yet if he ever went through something like this. But when I'm bleeding, the trauma to my death or the suffering. So when I'm having a fake period, just the sight of blood makes my death get weird. And start racing in death. And it makes my fake body overload and act weird. And blood just falls all over the place. So I always wear those diaper underwear things. And the rest of the time I wear a maxi pad thing all the time. Then I just wear them diaper underwear things. I'm so grateful I had some of them diaper underwear things. Why? Because I've had death fall out of the fake pee stuff. But I haven't had death fall out of the fake blood stuff. But right now, there was something else had fallen out. You're like, oh my gosh, something else fell out. Something else was dripping and oozing and just falling out. You're like, oh gosh, I better be grateful. I should have been grateful it was only pee. I should have been grateful that my death seemed to be very liquidy and always like kind of falling and liquidy during fake pee. Because now it's kind of falling every which way and it's not really fun. I haven't had a fake period yet, but I have a feeling it's probably going to spew out. I guess I'll try to rebuild my death. You guys can always think or say my queen, and find out how you rebuild death. It's kind of fun and exciting, but scary and horrifying. But it might inspire you to help rebuild death in somebody who got death in their soul from doing bad things against me, or the dead. Sometimes your relatives have died and they could use somebody to love them and kind of put their death together a little bit better so their death doesn't kind of liquidy drip and fall and spew. But yeah, I thought, well, I'm going to commemorate this. I am really grateful that until today, this kind of death wasn't falling out. And it was a great blessing. And I better say it because if it happens, an emergency is an emergency. Yeah. When a baby's diaper leaks pee or crap, well, you just got to do what you got to do. When older people leak pee or crap with their little underwear diapers, you gotta do what you gotta do. And hopefully it won't be anything that I have to worry about. But if I ever end up in an embarrassing situation, you're like, I better just tell people. This makes me so grateful because Jesus was just dead in the tomb. So Jesus died and his fake body was just falling apart like it was nothing. His spiritual self was giving out and falling apart like it was nothing. Then he had to go to hell, terrifying as beyond words. So Jesus was already dead and falling apart and had to go to hell and overcome a trip to hell. Man, by the time the gods were putting his death back together with God Almighty, his Father, it was horrifying. It was the most massive, rebuild and put together ever known. It was just beyond horrifying. So I thought, well, every tragedy could have a miracle or a better day or something where good people can make a better difference and gods and angels can take their pain or bad days and make a better tomorrow. And I'm hoping maybe this will inspire somebody out there because, well, for me, it just sucks until I get my death to stop doing it.